Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Eazy, aka Fresh from the Barbershop, BKA the People's Champ, coming to you live with another episode of 5 Easy Minutes, man. So check it out, man. My camera might be a little bit jittery because I'm using a different camera today. So if it is, just bear with me. I'm using the same camera, but I'm using a different computer, and this computer is not as strong as my new computer. So that's just it in a nutshell, man. Hopefully it's not going to be too unbearable. Hopefully everything will be good. But anyway, man, like I said, you know what it is. 5 easy minutes, 5 minutes on the clock, 3 questions. Let's get it. All right, so, man, the first question is, what do I think about the Bulls? The Bulls, I think, are a great team, man. I think they have a great team. They have great team chemistry. They have a great defense. They're one of the teams that actually plays a lot of defense in the league and makes it hard for you to score every single possession. Can't say that about a lot of teams. I can say that about the Lakers on some nights. I can say that about Boston on most nights. I can say that about Miami on about Miami once out of every 10 nights. Once or twice out of every 10 nights. Yeah, I do say stats mean nothing because they don't. But, I can say that about OKC, a handful of nights out of the entire season. But, I mean, there are not really many teams that you can say make you actually play the game every single possession. The Bulls are one of those teams. San Antonio does make you play that every single night, except for when they got blown out by the Miami Heat. But that just is what it is, man. It's going to happen every now and again. So, with all that being said, what I really want to say is the Bulls are a fantastic team. But the problem with them is Derrick Rose goes, so go the Bulls. So that means if Derrick Rose, I don't know why I keep wanting to say Jalen Rose. Maybe I got sportscaster on the brain, or maybe because they used to call me that over the summer when I used to go to these summer programs and play basketball because I had the ball head. But anyway, and I was light skinned. Light skinned dudes is in now. But anyway, man, back on point. Derrick Rose is a great player. The problem is, he has eyes in the back of his head. He can make things happen off the dribble. He can get to the rim anytime he wants. The issue is that his mid-range jumper, his close jumper is really good. His mid-range to long-range jumper leaves a lot to be desired. He's almost in that LeBron mode where he got a lot better, but that's not saying a whole lot. When Derrick Rose improved his jumper, it was like he improved it out to the foul line. So now he can hit foul line in. You can just about put it on the board. That's like they say in Chicago, you can put it on the board. But anyway, it's just like that, man. That's how he is. He can hit shots, free throw line in. That's where I'm most afraid of him. Free throw line extended or on out, I'm not even worried about him. I mean, if you let him get into that painted area, that's a bucket. And somebody else, another guard by the name, that played in Chicago, did the same thing for a long time in Chicago, and that was Mike Jordan. Mike really wasn't a threat beyond the free throw line, but if you let him get into that paint, if you let him post up, it's a good bucket. You can just go ahead and put it on the board. So, he does remind me a lot of that, but he just doesn't have, he doesn't have a lot of characteristics that Jordan had. So, with that said, we need Lou Aldane to step up and be more of an offensive player and play to his level on defense. You got Kyle Korver that can make jump shots, but he's not reliable. He's a defensive liability, so really there's not a whole lot you can do right there. So with that being said, I see them going to the Eastern Conference Finals and possibly losing to the Boston Celtics in 6 games. That's what I really see from them. I don't see them getting past them just because I don't like Boozer. I don't think he can really get them by anybody. He's a big man that doesn't really give you a whole lot. But we're going to talk about that in a second. So we're moving on to OKC. OKC, I see them going to the second round, and I see them probably losing to whoever they're going to play in the second round. It's going to be either the Mavericks, the Mavericks, the Lakers, or the San Antonio Spurs. And I just don't see them getting by one of those teams. I don't see them making it to the Western Conference Finals at all. But, they definitely are talented enough. If they can catch lightning in the bottle, they can get there. I just don't see it happening. And, second round. And another team I see going out in the second round is the third team I want to talk about. Is probably, like, if you took a poll today or like 2 weeks ago, it would have been the Portland Trailblazers, the best team in the West for at least a couple of days because, you got Aldridge. If they could get Odin healthy, I say that they're one of the best teams on paper. We'll say that. Because if they could get Aldridge, if Aldridge stays healthy the whole season, Roy stays healthy the whole season, and Odin could actually play a season, man, they would be really tough to deal with. They need that bolstering down low. They just need that. LaMarcus Aldridge is an absolute beast, Brandon Roy can do it inside and outside. He can score anytime he really wants to. You got Andre Miller running the show, and I mean, they play good defense, and they actually can run the floor, and they can make you play a lot of possessions too. So you can't relax when you play Portland. So I see Portland, but with all that said, I just don't see them making it past the second round either. I think the Western Conference Finals is really going to come down to the Lakers, and it's probably going to be either the Lakers and the Mavs. I don't know what the seeding is going to be at the time, but it's probably going to end up being the Lakers and the Mavs, or the Lakers and the San Antonio Spurs. That's really what I see it being. Those are the two most consistent teams over there. But there's a lot of up-and-comers in the West. That's why Carmelo, well, that's the time for right now. But that's why guys like Carmelo and guys like Amari Stoudemire wanted out of the West. It's only a couple of teams that can win the West. If you're not in San Antonio, if it ain't SA or LA, then you can see your way out. And that's really just being honest. But you got guys like the Clippers that are coming up over there, and you got guys like Portland that are coming up, and you got OKC. They like one big man away from doing it. I'm talking about a true big man. Kendrick Perkins is not a real big man to me. He plays like one. He's a beast down low, but you know he's not. He don't have that size. You just can't teach tall. You can't teach stuff like Andrew Bynum. That's why I put him a step ahead of guys like Millsap, Al Jefferson, and ahead of guys like Boozer. If you're not getting Bynum, and you're not going to get Bynum, you might as well just get a low-budget big man, because that's really all you stuck with, and that's what a lot of teams have done this season. But I talked too long, man. We'll have an NBA 2K11 up either later tonight, or we'll have one up tomorrow. Y'all let me know. My Hawks about to get their asses kicked by Miami tonight. And so I'm out of here. Till next time, it's your boy Jay Eazy, a.k.a. Fresh from the Barbershop, b.k.a. the People's Champ. Holla!